Good morning, Arizona. Good morning, everybody. This is Arizona Reloader. Just a little update. We've had y'all know we've been in kind of a little situation here with our housing and stuff, but, it is what it is. I appreciate all the well wishes and thoughts and everything. With a little bit of prayer, a little bit of help, things will come through. We'll land somewhere permanently. We've been talking lately about maybe a new start somewhere affordable for us both. Iowa's been on the table a lot lately, and I've been doing some research about it. Just trying to find some work up there that's possible, and relocation assistance. If you guys know of anything up there, or anybody up there that has that opportunity, hey, shoot me a list, shoot me a name and a number if you got it. Any information on it would help greatly. It's too expensive here in Arizona, which has been 90% of our problem. We came back to take care of my father before he passed away, and that's been done, and he's been gone now 3 years. We miss him dearly, but it's just financially, it's just too expensive here in Arizona. It's been Californianized. Housing is through the roof. Apartment rentals are through the roof. I remember back, of course, everybody probably can. When a 2-bedroom apartment was, right at $1,000 a month, not over, and that was, with your utilities being separate. So now it's, a 1-bedroom is $1,400 a month without utilities. So yeah, it's very expensive here. So we're open to a change. We're open to a change. We got family here on Turtle's side, but they understand. They are one of our biggest supporters in this, and they're like, yeah, it is what it is, and we understand. They understand, and her sister has been phenomenal. Her and her husband, we'll come to you. It doesn't matter where you guys land. We'll, because I don't want Laura to lose that connection with her sister, Turtle's sister. As far as work goes, that was one thing my father instilled in me is, he taught us a lot of stuff, how to work, construction, everything from, I can build a house from the ground up, literally from the dirt lot to the ground up. The only thing I really can't do is the electrical work. That's the only thing I can't do, because he didn't do any of that. But concrete, plumbing, framing it, it's, everything we can, from the ground up. Plus my status, stuff I know from the Marine Corps, I can do. Got my degree as a Homeland Security Specialist, so that's what we're looking at. That's what we're thinking about, and we're talking about, and we're getting, doing our research and doing our research in that, and getting our ducks in a row, sort of say. What we'd like to do is find a decent RV and become, traveling campground hosts. But when you got 2 houses in storage, you got to go through all that stuff and really, really decide what you're going to keep, what you're going to get rid of. So, but yeah, we would, moving to the Midwest is definitely not off the table. I got family in Missouri, definitely love to have us there. And that's about it. That's about it on that. Other than that, I hope y'all had a good, safe 4th of July. We watched the Washington, D.C. 4th of July program. That was really freaking awesome. You know, our president just put on a great show for the U.S. I mean, to support the veterans, oh my God. You know, the veterans alone. A 107-year-old was there from day one of World War II to the end of World War II. Unbelievable. You know, it was a good program. The dogs did really well through 4th of July. I figured they would go nuts, but we took them outside to watch the fireworks. They just kind of like, okay, whatever. The noise didn't bother them, which is good. So, but other than that, work's going good. Laura had some issues. Turtle's got some issues with some pain. We're getting that taken care of, and she'll be able to rock and roll. But yeah, so, you know, give me your thoughts about moving to the Midwest. You know, Iowa, Missouri, you know, somewhere around there. We definitely are open to it. But other than that, folks, I just wanted to touch base with you all and say hello and good morning. And hope you all have a wonderful day. You know, don't let the economics get you down. Remember, Jesus has a plan, and if you stay out of his way, the plan will come to fruition. So keep praying, keep prepping, you know, keep putting your supplies up, and stay safe. And we will talk to you all in the next video. Take care.